So if you missed the last episode, we've accidentally settled on the back of a god called Ombu, and he's the best. We've been traveling across this landscape, but where are we going exactly? Only Ombu knows, I guess. Though we can give him some directions whenever we reach the crossroads like this. We can also tell him to walk or run and some little things like that until we get some more unlocks. Right now we're in a forest biome, and our town's been coming along pretty nicely. This whole section is all for Ombu. We've got a hornblower to communicate with him, a kitchen to cook him food, and we're even making a feeding trebuchet, which I cannot wait to use. Ombu's only just eaten those, so that might be some time before we can feed him. We are definitely going to need that time to grow the mushrooms for the food though. He is a big boy. We're going to keep using our scavengers to explore these little things on the map like the forest. There's also a shrine up here, but we're a bit far away at the moment. Oh my gosh, a poison forest spawns poisonous fungi on Ombu's back. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, our scavengers came back already with 13 mushrooms, which is pretty nice. So let's send them to the next forest. Also, our research was just complete, so now we can build a pharmacy for Ombu. And I guess to actually use that medicine, we need an Ombu doctor, which looks like a hot air balloon to deliver all the medicine. The game's also recommending that, so I guess let's do it. The feeding trebuchet is just waiting on wooden planks, and I realized we had turned that off because it was just using all of our raw wood. So that's back on now, and I think we'll have to mine some more wood as well, just to keep that all producing well. Want to be careful not to get these little berry bushes though. This is our mycologist that's making all of Ombu's food. Looks like they're slowly coming along. We might need to put more staff in there eventually, but I think 2's okay for now. Oh, Ombu's evacuated his bowels again. We're gonna have to start collecting that stuff soon, I think. And it looks like for all of our resources, we're doing really well on food. We've got these 2 kitchens making beet soup and berry muesli. We're doing really well on things like water and herbs as well. And all of our raw resources aren't too bad. We've got Shalna here delivering some mushrooms to the Ombu kitchen. And I'm glad it's not just me. It definitely looks like a cyclops eating a bowl of soup, right? We need 8 more mushrooms before we can make any Ombu food, so that's coming along nicely now. We are getting dangerously close to this small poison forest though. What I'm most worried about is Ombu falling asleep right in the middle of it. His sleepiness is at 40%, so I'm hoping we'll be okay. But I think while we're waiting, we should put in an Ombu pharmacy just here. I think our villagers are in danger if we don't have a village doctor active, so we'll enable that again. That'll get 2 doctors in here that can cure poison. Oh my gosh, we're entering the toxic forest. We gotta look out for these toxic fungi that it spawns. Here. Oh, look at these things. Okay, we've got to cut these out ASAP. I think we can also prioritize these too. Okay, there's got to be more around, right? Oh yeah, there's some here as well. I can't see from all the poison gas. Oh, there's so many of them. Okay, that looks like at least 10 that were found. Is there more than 10? Surely not. Oh, good. Thank goodness our villagers are pretty quick. Oh, it's Walton. I can't believe he's actually doing work for once. And we've also got Randy and Esdras. They're just using them as punching bags. I mean, if it works, I guess. All right, we've also got Marnie and Leah that have come over to help as well. Our doctors are on standby just in case someone gets poisoned. All right, that's 2 down. This sludge puddle does eventually go away though, but it takes a while. All right, good. Everyone's moved over to this second area as well. More boxing training for everyone. Oh, our research is done. All right, let's not let any more poop go to waste. We're finally going to research a dung collector. Okay, let's just check where Ombu's up to. We're getting pretty close to this crossroads now. It looks like going straight is also a mountains biome, but there's some nomads down on this road. There's also a settlement down here too, which I want to explore. We could use some more villagers for sure. And off go our scavengers. Oh man, I love seeing them fly in and out. All right, the last thing we need to build up here is the Ombu's doctor. And I guess since we've taken out all of this poison, we don't actually need these doctors anymore either, so we'll lock that again. But we do need some more workers, so I'm going to put them both in the worker post. All right, how's our happiness going? Our food quality is still pretty miserable, but the variety is good. It looks like we need much better housing and decorations as well. All right, I've decided. We're going to tell Ombu to go southeast. That way we can get these extra nomads down here, and there is a feeding spot too. Oh, Ombu doesn't want to listen to us. He still doesn't trust us enough. And we've got a cooldown before we can instruct him again. Okay, Ombu's going to make his own decision here. Come on, Ombu. Make the right choice. Wait, was that it? Does that mean he's going straight? Oh, Ombu. I think he really wants this sleeping spot. He is 70% sleepy, so I understand. All right, Ombu, we'll trust your instincts instead then, I guess. How does Ombu still not trust us? All right, our scavengers are back from that settlement, and they found some more settlers, which is amazing. Of course we're going to pick them up. We got 2 healthy people and also 2 hungry people, which isn't a problem. We still have quite a bit of food. Our dung collector has finished researching, so we're going to take this compost heap. We actually need a way to use the poop, right? Okay, we have 4 idle villagers. That is not on. I think we'll add some more people to our kitchen. And also, we've run out of berries somehow, so we'll add some more to our berry gatherers. Oh, it's finished. The feeding trebuchet. We actually don't need any staff in it for right now, so we're going to disable that. Also, our Ombu pharmacy is done too. We definitely don't have any heal shrooms or kelp. We can just use herbs though, but it takes so many to make antitoxin. I think we'll just disable that for now as well. But we should probably bump up our herbalist just a little bit, and we'll just increase the amount of herbs we're growing too. All right, we've finally arrived at Ombu's sleeping spot, and he took no time at all in diving into it. It's the most terrifying yawn I've ever heard. Also, what is this made of? These are probably like 3-story high, giant, fluffy trees. Whatever they are, Ombu loves it. All right, so what do we need to do to improve our housing? Right now, all we can build is this tent. I mean, they do have very comfortable looking cushions, so I don't know what they're complaining about. But it does look like we can build a hut which fits 3 villagers instead of 2, and a bit more protection from poisonous air. I guess that's fair enough. What about this one though? A flop house. Makeshift housing for up to 30 villagers. Although that's not going to do very well against poison, I guess. But it looks like we can research these to improve them all as well. Like this commune is comfortable housing for up to 30 villagers. Or a mansion, which is housing for 5 villagers. I don't even know what some of those materials are though. Although we might need some of these things to improve the beauty around the town. That's what our villagers were asking for as well. All right, while Ombu's sleeping, let's queue up our dung collector, which I'm assuming needs to be at the back of Ombu, right? Yep, it does. Maybe just in here. Oh, that was quick. Ombu's waking up already. Must really get some good rems in those comfortable, fluffy trees. This research feels like it's taking forever as well, so I think we're going to build a 3rd research hut. We'll plop that down here. Oh, here our scavengers come again as well. They found some more settlers. Of course we're going to pick them up. I really need to be careful with my food, don't I? Oh well, that's a future problem. 2 healthy people and 2 hungry people. Welcome aboard, everybody. Actually, how are we going for housing? Oh, there's 2 homeless people. All right, for right now, we're just going to have to build 2 more tents. And we need another decoration like a fireworks launcher here, just to make everyone as happy as they can be in one of these tents, I guess. All right, we're finally entering the mountains. It looks like we do have some Ombu food up here, which is really good actually. But it means we won't be able to use our feeding trebuchet just yet, even though we have made 1 Ombu food so far. Okay, our research hut is done. We'll put 2 people in there just to speed up the research even more. Our scavengers keep bringing back wood, which is super useful as well. So I'll make sure that I send them out constantly so we don't miss any resources. Even though Ombu is a big boy, the resources are finite on his back, so we don't want to mine everything out too fast. Our food is definitely looking like it's dropping now, since we've got 8 new villagers in. So we'll add a 5th person to this farm up the top here. We do have this farm down here in reserve, so we might need to activate that soon as well. It looks like in the mountains, the temperature has dropped a little bit, so our beets aren't actually growing as fast as they were in the previous biome. Only 60% of the growth. Maybe we do need that compost quickly. The research is definitely going much faster now, that's awesome. Oh no, a temporary temperature decrease might affect the growth of your crops. Now it's even colder than it was. Ombu's just like copping that cold breeze right in the face. Maybe we need to knit him a giant beanie or something. Can we grow some cotton crops? All right, our compost heap is finished researching. I think it's time for us to research a house upgrade, so let's get some of these huts. Oh, I just realized with our 6 scientists, that's 240% research speed. Someone said in the comments it could go up to 440%. I feel like we need to make that happen. Oh my god, now it's snowing. Our food's never gonna grow. Our beets still are growing, but just very slowly. Did you see that farmer eat that beetroot then? Skimming off the top. All right, I guess we will build a compost heap. I guess we want to place it down here next to the dung collector, right? That kind of makes sense. Our scavengers just found a group of wildlings in that forest. I did not expect that. We have the peaceful option where we can give them something valuable. I mean, I don't want to give up my things. We can share our food with them. I mean, 10 food we could maybe spare. Oh man, I don't know. We're running kind of low on food too. All right, let's try and give them 20 of something. We only need to give them 20 herbs out of the 80 that we own, so that should be fine. Oh, that was probably worth it. We got 15 wooden planks and 7 knowledge. All right, but no rest for you scavengers. You're going again. Oh my god, what is this? An oasis? It's so far away, but I've never seen one before. All right, we're going down there. Also, what is this biome? It looks like, is that a desert? I'm guessing those cause a lot of problems. We can definitely reduce the amount of carpenters we have now. We'll put it back to 1 for the time being. And we want to increase our stone cutters up to 3 because we're really falling behind on the stone slabs. And we're definitely going to need to open this farm now. It's way too cold for cactus or corn at the moment. The only thing we can grow that's kind of in the right temperature zone is these beets, so I guess we'll do that here as well. Look at all these mushrooms around. They're everywhere. Oh, and speaking of mushrooms, we're just about to hit the Ombu feeding spot. I mean, we all know Ombu's the best, but you just do not want to watch him eat anything. It is disgusting. But I'm glad he's enjoying himself. It looks like the cold snap's at least gone now, so hopefully our beets start to grow a bit faster. Why are we not gathering any berries? Is it because people are eating the berries before we can even make food out of them? All right, in this tab over here, we can choose which meals our villagers can eat. So I think we'll deselect the berries for now so that we can make berry muesli out of them. I think because 3 berries turn into 5 berry muesli, that's a better quality. I think it's better that we don't eat these anyway. All right, our Ombu doctor is completed, but we're going to disable that as well because Ombu is very healthy at the moment. Oh, our scavengers brought back 40 water from that oasis. That's a huge amount of water. All right, we're coming very close to this crossroads as well. Oh, it looks like there's a desert in both directions. Okay, that makes me nervous. Actually, how are we going for water? We've got 321 water. I don't know how many days worth that is, but I think we'll just build another air well there. We've got this automatic collector upgrade on them, so it doesn't require a villager to actually function. Actually, let's build a second air well and a water tank too. All right, our hut research is done. We could go straight to a cottage, but I don't know what 2 of those materials are, so it's not really helpful. I do think we need to diversify our food a little bit though, so what about something like wheat? It looks like we can eventually make bread out of that too, which is awesome. I really want to go this way. There's a sleeping spot, nomads, and an oasis. All right, Ombu, we're going northeast this time. Oh yes, he listened to us this time. Oh, we're going to be best buds in no time. All right, compost heap is also done. Oh, we're just waiting for stone slabs for this dung collector. Why is this taking so long? We've got 3 people in there. I think it's down to us not having the resources in the right spot. Let's just make everybody carriers for a short while. All right, now our scavengers have found an old stone cutting saw. Okay, we absolutely have to try and turn this thing on. That was without a doubt the right choice. 17 stone slabs. That's a lesson for everybody. If you find an old rusty machine from an ancient times, always turn it on. All right, well, that's more than going to cover the stone slabs we need to build this dung collector. Maybe these berry bushes are just too inefficient. Like this one's only running at 45%. So I think I'm going to take the 2 people out of there and we're going to pop them in this farm. They can help grow beets instead. Because right now we've barely got any berries or berry muesli, but we seem to be keeping up with our beets. All right, so considering we're really close to this desert, maybe with this second farm, we can try and swap the crops over. So we can build a cactus, which likes hotter environments. Or there's also corn, which is a slow grower, but apparently doesn't take much water. We'll make sure we just plant this out with cacti now. Hopefully by the time we hit the desert, they'll all be pretty close to grown anyway. Although they are decomposing? Is that what we want them to do? All right, Leah's bringing the last stone slab we needed for the dung collector. And of course, she's walking away without even building it. Leah, you just could have just built it while you were here. Instead, we've got to wait for Ori to walk all the way out here. Oh no, never mind. She is just collecting that stone. Oh yeah, I forgot. With our workers post, we're going to put it back on to general workers. Because otherwise, they're only going to carry and they won't build at all. Which is why both of our air wells and the water tank aren't built yet. Okay, there's another oasis up here, so we'll send a scavenging party out there. We could definitely use the water going into the desert. All right, Ombu's waking up again, which makes me a bit nervous because we're down to 300 water. I don't know how much we're actually going to need to get through this desert. I was hoping these air wells would have been done sooner. All of our cacti are being planted though, that's amazing. They're still decomposing very slowly, even though it's freezing temperature for them. I'm guessing they just start to grow really quickly once they get in the right range. But what we might do is increase the plot size. If they can fill this with cacti, then I'll make it the full circle. Oh, our dung collector's ready. So once Ombu poops, then we can collect that and it can be processed into compost, which we can use on our farms. We've also finished researching our wheat. This time we're just going to go with the sculpting, just so we can make our villagers a bit happier. I'm a bit worried that their happiness is starting to slip. Oh, and then we go 40 more water from that oasis. That's so good. All right, it looks like we're just about to enter the desert biome now. Can we see it from this view? Oh, we can. Whoa! What? Is that a cactus? Those are much bigger than the ones we're growing. Oh, and the temperature is so much higher as well. Let's just check on our cactus farm. Yeah, it's in the perfect environment now. What about with our beets? It's too hot. Let's try corn and see how that goes. Oh my gosh, what is that? Onbu, I hope you didn't know whoever that ribcage belongs to. Let's just hope he hasn't seen it. All right, we walked over those nomads as well. We didn't trample them. That's nice. We're going to pick them up. Hopefully, we've got enough water and food to support them. 2 healthy people joined our village. Okay, that's good. I'm glad it wasn't 20 people. Right now, I'm going to add them to our cactus farm, I think. They can go straight in there to work. We'll keep one of our kitchens on beets until we've used all 35 that we've got remaining. The other berry kitchen, we're going to swap that over to, I guess, polenta that we can make from corn. It looks like there isn't a recipe for the cactus though. All right, but why don't we try building one of these huts? Adequate housing for 3 villages. Oh man, this thing takes up 4 slots actually. All right, let's build 2 up here and we'll see how that goes. Oh, I forgot to check. Are these making any water at the moment? Oh no. Our air wells aren't even functioning at all right now. 0% production speed. Luckily, this water tank's still full. This one's below half already though. There's another oasis here, so we can get some water from that. But this dune is right next to us, so why don't we explore that first? I've just realized the cactus that we're growing doesn't require any water, whereas the corn does. So I actually think we're going to swap this one over to cactus as well. I think we need to spare any water that we can. Oh man, our scavengers have found more people at the dune. There's no way I'm giving them 40 water, but I can definitely join in on your dance party. Oh, we were doing a rain dance and we got 46 water. What are the chances? Okay, the mushrooms are still growing in the mycologist, although it's in this orange area. That still needs a bit of water, but I think that's okay. Oh, Ombu just evacuated his bowels. All right, awesome. We've got Ori coming down to the dung collector. Hopefully it's not too late to collect the poop though. It was a little while ago that Ombu evacuated its bowels. You're not going to believe this, but our scavengers have found another tribe at the next dune that we explored. We all know what the right choice is. These rain dances really do work, don't they? Right, this time we'll explore the mine, and we've got a couple of dunes left and also an oasis, so I think we're going to be pretty good, especially since there's a crossroads up here, so hopefully there'll be a different biome and we can get out of this desert. Our food's starting to look a little sketchy as well, but holy cactus, we're really growing a lot down here. Imagine all the pricks you'd get doing that as a job. And this one's growing quite nicely as well, that's really good. Oh man, look at this desert. I love the graphics in this game are so nice. Looks like it's just all wasteland further out. All right, let's do a little check-in on Ombu. Oh, hold on. We're going to do some research first. Our sculpting just completed. I've noticed that there's this town square, which can increase our village's happiness by 1. And it looks like we can also host parties, which I think our villagers need at the moment. Anyway, back to checking up on Ombu. Yep, still missing a horn. Not enough calcium in the diet. All right, sleepiness is not too much of an issue. 20% hunger. That's not too bad either. 1% poison. Is that still from the forest? But overall health is 100% still, so I think we're fine. All right, and let's check out the decorations that we've got. This is all the stuff we had before. We've got some more posts and lanterns. There's some arches. An Ombu lantern. Oh, I have to build that. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what the best layout is, but why don't we try and start with an Ombu lantern here? Okay, we're so close to this crossroads. I actually don't know which way to send Ombu. They both look similar, except this way has a sleeping spot, and Ombu is getting pretty sleepy, so that might be a good choice. Okay, as we're getting a little bit closer, I can see there's a sleeping spot down to the south as well. You know what? Let's try south. I've got a hunch. Oh, and Ombu accepted our command again. That's twice in a row. Maybe he is starting to like us after all. Oh, they finished our Ombu lantern. So that's made these huts a little bit happier. I do want to build this statue, but it needs sand. Even though we're in a desert, I don't know how to get that. Our town square was completed though. I don't really know where to put it, but I guess somewhere kind of in the middle of Ombu, which seems to be about here. The next thing that's being recommended to us is this food stand, which can provide food for villagers in remote areas. That sounds really useful if it saves our villagers time walking back and forth. Oh no, I just realized I'm a big dum-dum. These cactus give you water. They're not for food. I'm actually not generating any food right now. Our food is getting so low. All right, this is gonna have to swap to corn. We nearly got through one whole desert without me even realizing that. Our scavengers just brought back some sand, which is all right, I guess. We'll see what else we can scavenge. Oh yeah, everyone's hungry. Okay, we'll try and fill out the mycologist as well. And we're gonna turn off the Ombu kitchen as well, so we're not making any more food for Ombu. Actually, that way, I think we can make some things from mushrooms, can't we? Yeah, we'll make some mushroom stew instead. Look at all the water we got from this though. No wonder we had so much. We are making compost now, so hopefully that'll speed some things along a little bit. The corn seems like it's growing really quickly though. Some of it's already to 17%. Maybe we'll be able to scrape through, I don't know. We seem to be making a bit of berry muesli. Although 22 of our villagers are hungry now. They're getting really upset with me. That's understandable. Oh no, this person's starving. He's got a red stomach over his head. All right, our scavengers came back with 3 knowledge. That is not food. We'll send them off to the dunes. Maybe we can find some food. Our daily consumption of food is 80, and we're barely hanging on to having about 15 at the moment. And our villagers' needs have increased to 1. What does that even mean? Oh, it looks like if our villagers' happiness falls below that level, they might actually leave Ombu. Oh my gosh, we're so close to that. Okay, our scavengers have found another tribe at this dune. We've found 3 different tribes on 3 dunes. At least these 2 can enjoy themselves and have a little dance party with the locals. And come back home with 45 water. Many of your villagers are starving. Yes, I know. Let's close the scavenger hut for right now. We need all hands on deck with farming. I'm going to take a few out of the cactus farm as well because we have so much water. And with 3 people in the town square, that has definitely helped out our happiness. Oh, it looks like we're winning the hunger wars. Only 13 people are hungry right now. Come on, are you getting something to eat? They are finding food, so that's really good. Oh, it looks like our corn is pretty much ready as well. Okay, let's swap over the mushroom stew to being polenta. No, Brendan's starved to death. Oh no, it's the first one that's gone. Ombu has found a place to sleep as well, so it's probably going to buy us a bit of time to sort out this food situation. Now that we've got the town square, we can have a cheerful gathering, which I'm not sure is the right thing to do after Brandon and now Marnie have just starved to death. There's a grave for Shalna now. In her last moments, she was gathering a berry. The Great Famine of Day 37 has had a lot of casualties. My gosh. Actually, our corn production was not coming through in time, so I had to swap back to mushroom stew, which seems to just be keeping us afloat. Everyone's coming straight to the farm to eat the corn. Yes, it's coming through finally. Look, there's just piles of corn on the ground. And we've only got 3 people that are still hungry. That's really good. Although it took about 10 people to be deceased for that to happen. Oh no. That's what happens when you don't read tooltips, I guess. It doesn't say anything about food here. Thankfully, there's 2 lots of nomads here, and we can finally get out of this desert. It looks like our happiness is back up to 8 as well, so everyone's not going to abandon Onbu. Oh my gosh, I can't get over that. Day 37 was the worst in our history. I'm going to research some tomatoes because I think that would have been a great solution for the problem, which means we can finally get scavengers back in the hut. And we'll try and explore these last few things before we pass them. Who knows? There might even be some food. Oh, and we're just about to hit these nomads as well. And thankfully, they're not 2 hungry people. They're just 2 healthy people. Oh my gosh, there's a tornado down there. We're going to have to keep an eye on that though, because it looks like it's heading in the direction we're going. We still have 5 hungry people though. I think they just haven't made it over to the kitchen to get food yet. As the last thing we should do before we end this episode, I think we should have a cheerful gathering. Just so everybody can forget about the events of day 37. Okay, we're nearly ready for the cheerful gathering. Oh, it's ready. The fire of forgetfulness has been lit. It looks like they don't even come and stand around the plaza, but at least for the next 12 hours, their happiness is boosted by 1. That's right, you all enjoy that food. Nothing happened on day 37. Nothing at all. At least nothing that a cheerful gathering can't sort out. Oh, and we found some new nomads as well. Some people that never saw what happened. Perfect. I think that's the place we need to end this episode, with an abundance of corn. Let me know if you guys want to see more of the Wandering Village. I'm having so much fun with this game. Love you. Mwah. Okay, bye.